I'm really sliding down this hill. Today's adventure takes us to Seneca, Illinois, and to Mount Calvary Cemetery. This cemetery goes back to about 1840s, has about 1,200 grave sites in here, and as you can see, it's on the side of a hill. I thought today was going to be upper body day. Today's definitely going to be leg day, because there's going to be a lot of hill climbing I'm going to be doing today. So come with me as we explore this wonderful old cemetery. Okay, we are going to go up the stairs. Now you want to talk about some exercise? Well, here you go. Okay, folks, thank you for joining me today. No, I'm just kidding. I just climbed all those stairs right there. So, give me a minute. That was a heck of a workout. This is nearly started off as an all Irish cemetery as we got, it's still active by the way. Nowadays it's not just all Irish, other people in here. But the pioneers in the cemetery were all Irish from Ireland. They were immigrants from Ireland. We're going to walk around. I'm just looking at this cemetery now and I don't know where to start. We're at the top of the hill, so let's start at the top, work our way down. That way I don't have to climb up the hill again. Let's see what we can find. I do like how they put the crosshair at the top of the staircase, because by the time you get up here you are definitely praying. And right next to it is this, looks like family plot, because I see this curbing. It's about 40 feet by 40 feet with this beautiful monument in here. The cross at the top. Let's see whose monument this is. Crotty, it looks like Jeremiah Crotty. Died June of 1879. Ellen, his wife, died on 4th of July, 1898. And Elisa looks like at the top perhaps. Jeremiah, see 1866. It's very windy out today. I'm really hoping that the windscreen on my mic is working okay. Anastasia is the name here. Beautiful monument, just beautiful. I've been to a couple cemeteries on the side of hills. I have never been to a cemetery on this steep of a hill. It is dangerously steep. I don't quite understand what the Irish were thinking when they decided to bury their kinfolk. Whoa, and I just slid, I almost fell. To bury their kinfolk on the side of a very steep hill. But they have, and it's been here for 170 plus years, so I guess they kind of knew what they were doing. But it is very dangerous. And I'm trying to figure out the best route here. I wanted to look at this cross, simple cross here. I need like a rappelling rope to get down here. M. Coates is the name, Coates, and that's it. Very, very simple there. I'm not going to go down the hill too far because I do want to look at some of the markers that are at the top of the hill. Bear with me. There's another simple cross. Batista, Veronda, 1874 to 1925. The modern part of the cemetery sits mainly on top of this hill, so it's relatively flat there. Oh, will be a lot of exercising today. Here we have Catherine, daughter of P&C Fitzsimmons, died 1868. Two years old. Next to it, we have James and John, children of Patrick and Catherine Fitzsimmons. Both young. So unfortunately, it looked like they had at least 3 children that died. James, John, and Catherine. It's really sad to see that. Mary, wife of Patrick Kilella, died 1866. So it looks to me like somebody moved this, because it looks like this was in here because it's sunk into the ground. This is a depression that happens to be about the same size as this. So I wonder if this was recently moved and pulled out of the ground. Mary, wife of M. O'Leary, died 1881. Nice marker for Mary. We have a cross here. I don't know if that's was on top of this or not. William O'Leary and Catherine O'Leary both look like they died pretty young in age. We got Herbert, Thomas Herbert, and his wife Mary. 1886 for him and 1868 for her. Eliza Beth, son of somebody Goodright, it looks like, or Goodrich. I mean, you can just see the vastness of this cemetery. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I really like these cemeteries. This is one of those that is almost overwhelming. This one appears to be a new one. John Kelly, Company C, 88th Illinois Infantry. This is definitely a newer stone for Mr. Kelly. Thank you for your service. We have Mary here. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. We'll keep exploring here. Boy, I saw this one here. What a beautiful marker this is. Unfortunately, it's starting to lean pretty good. I'm a little surprised that it still stands, and I'm willing to bet without some interaction here by somebody, this thing's going to be falling over within the next year or so. John Mullaney is the name. Died 1884, 64 years of age. Yeah, it's definitely leaning. Fortunately, on top of this hill, it's a little bit flatter. Sergeant, a little hard to tell. Battle, it looks like the name. Oh, Civil War. Thank you for your service. Peter Mitchell, died 1874, native of County, is that Callaway? Calway, maybe. Well, hard to read it. Colway, Ireland. And Bridget Mitchell, like I'd said, nearly all the early pioneers in this cemetery are Irish. Lawrence Ryan died in 1875 at 52. You have that one here. Wow, this is in absolutely great condition. I'm going to say this. This is probably one of the best well-preserved tombstones I have seen, if this is in fact original. I'm almost questioning its originality, but I think it is, because it is that I don't know what it's made out of. It must be made out of a marble or something. But you see the handshake, Dennis Ryan, 1873. Again, from Ireland. Tipperary, it looks like. Just wonderful. Check out this view, guys. This is the view from the top of the cemetery. Now, they say Illinois is very flat, which it absolutely is. But sometimes you get to certain places and it's not so flat. Just beautiful. Look at this one here. Fortunately, no longer be red. And it looks like there was something here as well, as I see anchors in the ground. But whatever was there is long gone. And you can see the ground is just scattered with these small stones. There's one there. There's one here. There's one here. And they're just kind of all over the place. And I really have to be careful, because definitely a trip hazard, because some of them are hard to see. This is a very old marker. Michael Clary, March, looks like 1867, I want to say. 27 years old. Now this one, part of it's on the ground. So you can see this was the main base with the name, with the epitaph. And then on top of it went that portion that's on the ground. And then the finial, which is on it right now, goes on that other portion. Mary Ann. There. Wow, this is just fantastic stuff. We have George Riley, died August 17th, 1860. Most of it sunk into the ground. I would love to see how old George was. And here we have Bridget, daughter of James and Sarah Kelly, died 1860. And then some more tombstones. Unfortunately, this one has broken. The top of it's right there. Hard to read that one, and there's a lot of writing on that one. But that's very hard to read. This was a plot at one time, it looks like, or perhaps, no, I think that was just curbing for a plot. Actually, I'm almost thinking that, I'm not sure what this was. I want to say it might have even been a foundation, because there's what appears to be an entrance here, because there's some concrete here. Either this was a plot or maybe a foundation to a building at one time. Maybe there was a small, but this is very small. This is like a shed. Maybe it was a vault at one time. That I don't know, but that's interesting. And then we have some more tombstones here. Hard to read that one as well. I do see Ireland. Very nice. All right, I am on the edge of the cemetery here, and there was something here at one time. As you can see, concrete stoop, step. It's not a base. Oh, I see what was here. There was a bench here. Here's the pieces of the bench. I don't know if you could, yeah, that's what it was. There was a bench here at one time, and it must have just got old, and instead of fixing it, they just threw it in a pile behind a tree. Oh well. It's kind of a weird place for a bench anyways. You're not really near anything. I'm going to begin making my way down this hill. And as I go down the hill, I will look at some of these grave sites and markers. It even looks like those down at the bottom of the hill there are more modern, which I'm surprised there would bury people on the side of the hill nowadays. But it's not as steep as it is up here. Fallis family. See the cross just lying there. This one has fallen, obviously. Miglio is the name on here. 1923. Another cross over here. It's a very substantial, just a concrete cross. Let's see what this says. Jenny Perona, 1875 to 1908. Oh, look at that. Twin boys born June 1908, died July, and the other one died August, and Jenny died as well. So it looks like, my guess here is she died giving birth to twin boys, and unfortunately neither one of the boys survived either. That's so sad. It's very sad. You got Virginia on this one. Born 1876, died 1909. And you can see, if I pan here, you know, I'm not even beginning to descend the hill, and I can't see the top of the hill. I mean, I'm still toward the top. That's how steep this is. I mean, just, I don't know how they cut this. They have to cut the grass. Skelly is the name here, and with no surprise whatsoever, this monument has fallen. John Skelly. This one as well has fallen. And this is a large one here. And you can see right here the base to it, the shoring up to get that thing level and straight, and the amount of stones that they put up underneath that. Meecher's the name on that one. I'd like to try to get to the top here again. And I'm trying to stay out of the snow because I will just literally slide down the side of the cemetery if I step in that snow. Michael Weir, W-E-I-R, born in the parish of Belliver, Meath, Ireland. And another stone of Weir. And here's Sarah, daughter. She lived just a year. James Weir lived to 1908. And here we are at the top of the stairs once again. And you can see these railings here. I don't know that they're original, but they're old. They're at least 100 years old. And I'm going to take the stairs down a little bit. Maybe a little safer. We have Philip, 80th Illinois Infantry. Thank you for your service. Not getting any closer to that because there is snow there, and I don't have my boots. If I had my boots, it wouldn't be so bad, but I didn't realize the steepness of this and that it would still have snow. But you can see how these are just set here on the side of the hill. I want to know how they carried people up this hill. How do you carry a coffin with a body? Thank you for your service. That is an old Civil War marker. Up a hill like this. And you can see these family plots do have concrete, because that's the only thing that's going to keep them stable and from really falling. I'm trying to get to this one, and I'm no joke, people. I'm really sliding down this hill. My camera is straight. Since I have the gimbal, that's straight. So you could see that tombstone, that the hill is on that angle. Wow. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to try to get back toward the stairs. Maybe get off here on the other side. Again, small tombstones. This whole area is littered with small tombstones. Let's see whose family plot this is. Nothing on that side. Must be on the other side. It looks like, well, this is Sullivan here. Half of this is sunk into the ground. But you could see from Ireland, you could see there, as most of the people. Now I know the Irish are skilled builders and that, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like they thought this one through. Coveney is the name. John Coveney died 1888. I do have my flashlight here. Yeah, died 1888, age 65. Francis Coveney, 1887, and Daniel Coveney, like 1899, and then there's some more writing here. This one is not as readable. I don't know if it's because it's older or what, but yeah. This is Donahue. Unfortunately, not even readable with a flashlight. If there's anything on here, there might not be anything on there. Just focus on where I'm walking here. Again, some more small tombstones. So this looks like maybe these were posts to something. Maybe this was a... Oh, you know what this was? This was where there's crosses laying down here about 10-15 feet away. I bet these were crosses. And I'm going slow because it's very steep and I don't want to fall, so that's why I'm taking my time. Yeah, so those crosses were up there, and there's that one there I just showed you, and then this one here, this looks like it was to the top of a tombstone. So I'm about halfway down, maybe a bit more. There's the hill. It's quite incredible. Latch is the name on this one. I want to go over here. Yeah, definitely leg day. Leg day, I don't need to go to the gym. Kilella, Catherine, John. But I noticed this one over here just because of the design in the concrete. They actually made it look like brick. And I thought that was a nice touch. You can see that there. To do that, I mean, they had to take a lot of work to make that look like brick. It wasn't brick, it's just very old porcelain cement. Portland cement, not porcelain. And here we see unfortunate remains of the markers. Here's a name. Let's see if we can see what this says. Oh, Morrissey is the name there. And we have something Morrissey here. Daughter, Catherine Morrissey, 1942 on that. Wow. I tell you what, guys, this is quite a workout today. I didn't expect this at all. at all. We have Mary Rooney here, aged, looks like 12 days, unfortunately. We have Mary A. Rooney, wife of Michael Rooney, only 23 or 25 years old. That's unfortunate. A lot of mothers would die giving birth, a lot of complications. They didn't obviously have the medicine back then that they do now. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at this Civil War one, and I'm gonna look at a couple more, and we're gonna wrap it up for today because I'm a little tired here. Horace, hard to tell what that name is. Renne, Reen. Thank you for your service, Horace. You know, even these family plots are not level. We got the Stanton one over here that is, this one's pretty level actually, but it seems to still be sliding off of its base, which is interesting. Catherine Stevens over here, Stephen's son. It's a nice old marker. Robert Stevenson died in 1887, 23. And it's like William Stevenson. It's very nice. Joanna. Wife of Patrick O'Connor, 1886. Looks like she was 63. Now here's Patrick here, 1888. He died. And here's Marie O'Connor, died in 1943. And I'm in snow here, so I have to be careful. I don't need to fall. Very old. Let me get my flashlight. Clements, it looks like, 1887. Bach. Vital, Vital. Schaefer, it looks like, 1926. Pauline, his wife. Nice monument there. Just beautiful. All right, guys, I made it down to the bottom of the hill. I'm almost to the bottom of the hill. I mean, just look at the cemetery. Absolutely unbelievable. Here, let me pan around here. I mean, side of a very steep hill. Thousands of graves. Well, they say I think there's 1,500 or 1,600 in here. Seems like a lot more. But that was quite an exploration. I really enjoyed this one. Well, again, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you like my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, keep exploring.